Hi guys, how are you all today? Welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about the most important life lessons for teenagers. Now when we're in school, we're taught of so many things, but nobody teaches us the basics that we'll actually be using all our life. And these are things people expect us to just know, but in reality, it takes a lot of experience, a lot of hit and trial to get to know all of these things and to experience these and to know what is true and what is not true. So I thought, why not, make a list of seven most important life lessons that I realized when I was done with my teenagers, and I wish somebody was there to tell me all of these things. So consider me your elder sister telling you all of these things that I've learned over the last couple of years. And to be very frank with you, these are not just for your teenagers. You can also apply these when you're in your 20s or your 30s. It's just a good reminder to give yourself as and when you go through these. So I hope this video helps you out. Without further ado, let's get started. The first lesson that I learned was that success requires sacrifice. And you might not realize this when you're 13, 14, 15, but as you grow up post 16, I think this is when it starts hitting you. Say, for example, you're doing an internship, or if you have your projects and your deadlines and everything, but your friends want to go out and they want to meet or they want to go out and party. You have to choose what you are going to sacrifice on, what you're going to compromise on, whether you want to compromise on your studies or your projects or your assignments or your internships, or whether you want to compromise on going out and partying. A healthy mix of both is ideal, but a lot of the times, in fact, most times, that can't happen. In order to become successful, you should be having a plan. And the first step to that plan is to know what you're willing to compromise on, what you're willing to give up in the long term. So the person you want to become, it might cost you relationships or friendships or a lot of other things, and it all boils down to your priorities. So have them straight and know that success will require you to compromise at some stage or the other, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as you are happy. Which brings me to my second point, which is, if it makes you happy, it does not have to make sense to others. This only goes for all the right things in life. This does not hold true for all the toxic things or all the bad habits that people are into. For example, smoking and drinking a lot. If it makes you happy, that's a separate thing, but those things are not good for your health. On the other hand, things like taking care of yourself or taking a day off or giving yourself me time, if it makes you happy, it does not have to make sense to others. We live in a country where not a lot of people understand the importance of me time or self-love, and I think that is where we're flawed. If you want to buy something and you've been eyeing that purchase for a long time, if it makes you genuinely truly happy, if you've saved up for it and if you have worked for it, no matter what other people say, make sure you get it for yourself. I'll give you a quick example. I wanted this black bag for a very long time, and I have been using that black bag ever since I got it. मैं जब भी बाहर जाती हूँ, I only carry that black bag. And वो bag मेरे को एक साल से चाहिए था. I had my eyes on that bag, stuck my eyes on that bag for 1 year straight, and it is an expensive purchase, which is why I do not talk a lot about it, but I really saved up for that. I worked for it, saved for it. For 1 whole year, I was contemplating whether it'll be worth it or not. And then one day I realized that if it genuinely makes me happy, तो मैं क्यों ना लूँ वो चीज़? So it does not always have to be about materialistic things. It can also be about spending time with someone you love. It can be about being together with a person you love. You don't have to go by what society says. As long as you like that person or you are happy in whatever you're doing or whatever you want, that's all that should matter. Another example is, if you want to take, for example, humanities, and your parents are telling you, nahi, tumhe science hi padhni hai, you can tell them, you can give your reasons, and if they still don't get it, might as well take humanities, because जो तुम्हें पसंद है at least तुम वो तो कर रहे हो. The next thing I learned, not during my early teen years but during the later years, was to research and to form my own opinions. And the internet is such a huge place where you will have everything. You search for one thing, you will get 10 different articles for that. And when we read all these things, they in a way shape our opinion. And if your friends hold certain opinions, you are most likely to get influenced by those opinions, be it political opinions, be it relationship advice, be it career advice. The internet is full of all of these things, and it really boils down to your own research. Because कई बार क्या होता है, and this is something that I'm telling you from personal experience, I was searching up something and I got two very different advices, two very different quotes. And ये जो quote pages होते हैं, they are good for fun, they're good to just go through in general, but you can't take major life decisions based on these quotes. I see a lot of people these days, they're so influenced by this whole Instagram culture wherein we see this quote and that quote and we just blindly go by it कि नहीं, मेरी तो यही life की philosophy philosophy है. ऐसे नहीं होता. Every situation is different, every person is different. Even if it's about, say, career advice, or if it's about political issues and you want to form your opinions, there are a lot of ways you can do your research. Talk to people and get to know their opinions, but make sure nothing is influencing you and you're making your own opinions at the end of the day. Now, teenage is like a roller coaster ride. There's so much going on. You have to take care of your grades, you have to take care of your projects, you have to take care of your crushes, you have to take care of your social life, your dates, your newfound freedom. You have to take care of all of that, and it just gets a lot to handle, right? Just when you think you've got the hang of it, there's another problem that comes into the picture, which is skincare. The key to taking care of your skin is to practice healthy skincare habits early on. And if I could only recommend one product to you, only one that you should be having, because face wash and all we all use, but one product that most of us skip out on is sunscreen. Take this in writing from me. A lot of people ask कि आप tan कैसे नहीं होते, आप tan कैसे हटाते हो? What sunscreen do you use? I use this one. This is from Wow Skin Science, and this is the 35 SPF sunscreen. SPF 35 delivers broad spectrum protection. It protects the skin from environmental pollutants while delivering standard protection against UVA and UVB rays on a daily basis, even indoors. It also helps to keep the skin protected from photo damage, and if you spend a lot of time outdoors, I would recommend the SPF 55. The ingredients in both of them are raspberry extract, carrot seed extract, and avocado oil. These are rich in vitamin A, C, and E, so they repair and prevent skin damage by neutralizing the free radicals and UV rays and diminish signs of aging. One thing that I really like is it's lightweight, has a non-greasy and non-chalky texture, and it dries out super quickly. It also spreads evenly. All you have to do is apply it 15 to 20 minutes before you step out. It's dermatologically tested, suits all skin types, and it has no oxide colors, mineral oils, parabens, and silicons. I will leave the link to both of these right down in the description box in case you want to check it out for yourself. I would highly recommend this, though it should be a part of your skincare routine. The next thing that I have learned, and this I've been doing ever since I was 13, 14, 15 as well, is to have to-do lists. Now, I might not have known what a to-do list actually is, but even then we had this almanac from school, और उसमें हम लिख लेते थे कि हमें क्या-क्या homework करना है and all of that. So, I think that has really helped me stay on track and kept me disciplined in the way कि I don't forget anything and I know what I have to do when everything is submitted, and I'm on track with almost everything. I do this even now. I think to-do lists are saviors, and they can change your life. That's why I say these things are life-changing things. आप एक बार इसकी आदत में आ जाओगे, you will not go back. And one trick that I learned from my friend is to only put 3 very important things onto your to-do list. What we do is sometimes stuff our to-do list so much कि मैं आज ये भी करूँगी, ये भी करूँगी, ये भी करूँगी, हम 10 चीज़ें लिख लेते हैं. And when it doesn't happen, we often feel sad about that. Instead, put 3 things. 3 things that you know you for sure will be able to accomplish. As a fan of stationery, I have used so many different papers and cute stationery thingies, pens and pencils to make my to-do list, funny, nice, decorative papers. So you can use whatever, you know. I've also written to-do list, made to-do list on rough paper. तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि आपको बहुत कुछ fancy चाहिए. बस ये बोल रही हूँ कि बहुत important चीज़ है, and if you start doing this, आपकी ज़िंदगी बहुत अच्छी हो जाएगी. The next life lesson that I think I've learned is to take action even when it's scary. The thing is, most of us are scared of confronting. For the longest time, I was very scared. I still am very scared of confronting. But in the long run, I realized that the most difficult and the hardest conversations are the ones that are actually worth having. कई बार हम सोचते हैं वो बुरा मान जाएगा, वो बुरा मान जाएगी. But there's always a way to say it politely. अगर आपको किसी से कोई बहुत important conversation करनी है और आप डर रहे हो कि कैसे करूँ, I read this quote the other day which was very, very nice. It was very relatable, so I saved it. It says, when it feels scary to jump, that is exactly when to jump. Because the truth of the matter is, if you don't jump right when you're supposed to jump, you will be stuck at that place forever. तो कई बार अगर वो decision गलत भी निकला, at least you tried. At least you wouldn't regret thinking मैंने वो करा ही नहीं. The last and the final thing that I want to share with you in this video is that not everything has to be perfect. I know for me, I get so close to sharing something online. This example I'm just giving in terms of creating content. I get so close to posting something, but then I scrap all of it off because I feel it's not perfect. And I know so many of you do the same thing. आप लोग कुछ project बनाते होगे और आपको लगता होगा कि ये perfect नहीं है, तो आप उसको हटा देते होगे. A lot of people do this. We forget that people are not sitting there waiting to point out our imperfections. The world will be a better place when people start posting more imperfect things into the world. This even holds true for other things. आप कुछ भी करते हो, it does not always have to be perfect. So many people are scared of posting their first video, or of taking that step, or of starting their own company, or of doing their project because they think क्या पता वो अच्छा ना हो, क्या पता ऐसा हो, जो मैं सोच रही हूँ वो नहीं होगा. So people are not sitting idle just to point out your imperfections. So let's all make it a point to be happy with what we create, because The world does not crave perfection, and perfection is in itself a very big myth. I wish these things somebody had told me when I was still in school or when I just was about to join college, because our families are obviously there for us, but the advice that they will give you will be very mature advice, and sometimes आपका उनसे connection उतना strong नहीं होगा कि आपको लगे कि वो advice लेने लायक है. Although in the long run you will realize that their advice was the best advice, but अभी के लिए if you want somebody to just listen to, if you want somebody to guide you, I hope that this video helped you out. So I hope you liked this video. अगर आपको पसंद आई हो, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Please leave a comment down below letting me know one life advice that you would like to give to your younger self. I would love to go through your answers, and I even want to do shout outs on Instagram to the best answers, to ones that I relate the most myself. So leave them down in the comment section. And if you're new over here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because that always helps. We do a lot of these fashion related videos, soul talk videos, and I would love for you to join the family. One last thing before I leave, I do go live on Instagram very often. My profile is somewhere on the screen, so make sure you come follow me over there as well. I post a lot of OOTDs, so if you're interested in that, make sure you check out my Instagram. I'm going to see you guys next time. Till then, bye-bye.
Bad luck, bad day. What should I do?